Shalom, you guys. This is the Kingdom of Israel. We're a BIPOC intentional community and indigenous micronation. Our big purpose is to bring together the 12 tribes of Israel as we go from an online community to a on-land community. The links are on the page and in the description. So let's get into it. As we all can pretty much see, basically, that it's becoming a more and more hateful world. It's the way the world is, it's getting full of turmoil. People are getting angrier at each other. There's more road rage and, a lot of killings, murders, school shootings. A lot of that going on right now. And, it's very sad times that we're living in right now. It's very sad, very angry times we're living in, which lets you know right now, the sign of the times. The sign of the times, as you can see, is a time of war. We already know that our government the United States has already said that World War III is imminent. That means it's coming. It's on the way. And, as the United States is right now, our country, the U.S., it's a very divided place, very diverse and very divided. And in this, place that's so divided, it's full of variety, and what I mean is there's so many different groups who believe this and believe that. Everybody has, different values and different beliefs, and this is increasing. This is actually being played out in the many factions that are being, sprouting up, such as the LBGT, the KKK. They always been there, but they got offshoots like Antifa. And there's a few others. I can't think of them right now, but there's many more. Even over there in Palestine and the Israelis, their country. It's more killings and shootings and public beatings, and all this is what's going on in the world right now. So all this is getting played out. It's all coming up. What people really believe. It's coming up. You can't have a country with everybody, valuing different things. It's not going to work. Like the scriptures say, can two walk together except they be agreed? No, they can't. It's not possible. Two can't walk together if they don't, disagree. Agree with the same thing. If you don't agree with the same thing, you can't walk together. It's not possible. It's not going to happen. It's possible for a time, but it's not a lasting thing. It's not sustainable. It's not long term. Every man is going to turn to his own kind. And with that, people are going to go back to their country, their people, the people who look like them. Eventually that's going to happen. Well, it's happening. People are turning to their own kind. They're looking out for themselves, their families. People are turning back to their families now and focusing on that. Because people nowadays are finally starting to see what they really value. That, like I said, it's all coming up. What people actually value, it's coming up. It's coming out of them. and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just that now people are seeing who they really aspire to be and who they really want to be. You can see this now that more people are becoming are following the Islamic religion and kind of pulling out of Christianity. Because Christianity is a love everybody. It's a pacifist type of conservative type of religion. Love everybody. Everybody hold hands. Kumbaya. That's Christianity. And the sign of the times we're in right now, people aren't going with that vibe right now. I know some people may really want everybody to come together and be happy and hold hands, but that's not really human nature. Nations do business. For there to even be a concept of a nation must mean that people have different values. There's a diverse in values. There's borders. Nations set boundaries because they believe this plot of land to be theirs. They believe in certain aspects. And if you come across that border, you're going to be under that jurisdiction. You're going to be under that law, those set of values and beliefs. And that's the way of the world. I'm not saying something's wrong with it. I'm not saying it's good or bad. It's just what it is. That's human nature. And that's just what it is, man. And really, the sooner you accept that, the better off you'll be. Like I said, all of this is coming up. People are taking sides. You can see that, with the many factions and groups there are, namely one, the LBGT, they're gaining a lot of power. And so is Satanism. They're gaining I think they're at the root of the thing, to be honest. Baal and Molech, all them Satan worshipers, I believe they're at the core of the thing. And that's just the state of this world right now. It's wicked. So, with America being this way, it can't stay strong for long. I heard the taxes are about to be 40%. And I know nobody likes that, but at the same time, a lot of people want that, because if the taxes aren't that high, that means there's less funds to protect you. And Americans are very scared. Americans are not a very warrior-like people. They're very scared right now. That's why there's so much TSA and all this flight security, and pretty soon people are gonna be so scared that they'll invite the martial law. They'll invite that in because people will be so scared. And that's the state of America right now. It's a nation of cowards. Divided we stand. And you're not going to stand very long that way. And that's the name of the game, man. Divide and conquer. You could say it's the Illuminati doing it, the Freemasons, or maybe the Jewish people and the Rothschilds, all of them hand in hand. I ain't going to get into it, but, you could do your research, check out the bloodlines and who owns most of the news, the media. You can check that out for yourself. But, like I stated, that's the game, divide and conquer. And these people who are the elite and who own everything and they have all this power, it's It's easier to conquer this way. It makes for a good strategy. Divide and conquer. It's easier to conquer a confused people. If you don't even know what gender you are, you so focused fighting that, and you're confused about your gender, so you're at war with that, and that's your focus. And since that's your focus, your main focus, why would you consider fighting, or a war against the other nation? Your fight, you feel your fight is the other gender, or genders, or how, whatever pronoun or whatever, so you feel as though that's your fight. It's a lot of confusion. And, as I stated, a confused people are very easy to conquer. Very easy. You might have somebody who feels they're a patriot. They believe in America. You may have someone who believes in transgender. So they have war with the male and the female. Or, the female at war with the male. You think men are the problem, or you think the female is the problem. You think gays are the problem. It's just war of the genders. It's that confusing nowadays. It's that confusing. And with it being that confusing, it's going to be that much harder to get out that mindset. Way much harder. Because once I ain't gonna get into it, but they working on it, man. They working on keeping this place divided, which, is what it is. I don't have a problem with it. I know my gender, and, I'm fine being male. A black male. I know it's hard for a black man, but hey, I embrace who I am. And, if I were you, you should too. Embrace who you are. And, many nations have been conquered this way. Divided and conquered. Put one tribe against another tribe. That's how they got Africa. That's what it is. America is a split nation in every way. In every way you can imagine, America is split. So, but in this division, it gives us a golden opportunity. It really does. It gives us a golden opportunity. It's our chance to come together and be a people again, with a nation within a nation that's so divided. It's our chance. It's our golden opportunity to become a people. And I believe we can do it. While everybody is fighting, everybody, Satan's house so divided, everybody fighting and not getting along, it's our chance. It's our chance to become that nation, the Lord's nation. And, that's what it is, excuse me. The tail can become the head. It's possible, man. I really believe so. With everybody finding out who they are, because that's what it is. That's why everybody's divided. They're really finding out what they value. Think of it as an orchestration. Everybody's playing their part, playing their role, their role in their stage, all within the world stage. Everybody has a role. Everybody plays a part. You just gotta be clear on what part you play. That's all. Be clear on what part you play. because, and that's why I say do your research. Be very clear on what your values and beliefs are. You've got to find out who you are. You have to find out. It's more important than making money. It's more important than chasing women and chasing money. You have to find out who you are as an individual. You need to find that out. Where do you stand? Do you stand with the LBGT? Do you stand with America? Are you patriotic? A patriot? Are you that? Stand with America. That's where you feel you should stand. I would say I'm a patriot, but I'm a patriot for the Lord. I believe in the Lord's nation. And, I believe in bringing my people together, within a nation that's just so divided. I see the golden opportunity here. And, maybe some other brothers see it as well. So that's why there's so many camps, so many factions. A lot of people are going into the camps, the Israelite camps and the Muslim mosque, because it's the sign of the times. People are finding out who they are. That's part of the sign that every man will turn to his own, like the chase row. And that chase row, it goes towards its people. It's running. That's what you need to do. You need to run towards your own, because the dollar is falling. They're gonna collapse this place and replace it with crypto. Now I don't know what the world gonna look like after the crypto come in. So you better hope you had saved up, some money or invested in crypto, and hope that the crypto you invested in isn't gonna be the one they cut loose and delete. So make sure you invested correctly, and I hope you do. It's gonna be a strange world very soon. Well, it already is. We already living in clown world. So, this next presidency, it's gonna be very interesting. I want to know who wins. I believe Trump gonna get in there. That's what I believe. And really, whoever gets in there, it's not gonna matter to me. Like I said, I vote for the Lord. That's who I vote for. I vote for the kingdom of Israel and us becoming a nation, a powerful nation. The most powerful nation there is and ever will be. The Lord's nation. This is for the Lord. That's what this is. Our nation, Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, it's for the Lord. And you can't win against the most high power. He's the narrator. You can't win against the narrator of all of creation. He writes the story. There's no way to beat him. It's not possible unless he writes that in the story. The Most High is the producer. He's the he's the actors and the producer and the narrator. He's all that, man. I mean, of course we have free will, but you play a part. Everybody can't be Romeo. Everybody can't be Juliet. Some people are the people on the sideline, the extras. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just everybody plays a part. Just make sure you know what part you're playing. Just make sure you know what part you're playing, because that's, for your own life as an individual. Within the collective, you got to know where you stand. We getting to that point on earth. You got to know where you stand, because America is the one that's leading everything. And as divided as it is, that spirit is spreading across the globe. So you got to know where you stand. You got to know who you are. So recognize what you value, what you believe in. As for me and my house, we're going to do what the Lord does or wants us to do. For me and my house, we're going to do what the Lord wants us to do, which is to keep his laws, statutes, and his commandments. That's what the Lord wants us to do. So when we built this great nation, people on earth, they'll see what wise and great nation we are for following these laws, statutes, and judgments. That's what it is. And, I hope, Lord willing, that his kingdom will come. Lord willing, that the nation of Israel, the kingdom of Israel, be born. So with that, you guys, I hope you guys got some wisdom from this. And I will be coming with some scripture classes. I'll be breaking down some things for you guys, so you guys can get a better understanding of what the Bible really is. And, try to get you guys, get your mind straight. Because we're heading into some times now. It's going to be interesting. So, this is the Kingdom of Israel. We're BIPOC intentional community and indigenous micronation. Our big purpose is to bring together the 12 tribes of Israel as we go from an online community to an online community. You can check the links and things on the description, and check out my webpage. You guys have a good one, man. Shalom.